$100 a month. Most people hear that number and think, that is not enough to matter. It is coffee money. It is one dinner out. It is too small to change anything. They are wrong. And the math is not even close. $100 a month, invested consistently in a low-cost index fund from age 25, becomes $637,000 by age 65, from $100 a month. Before any raises, before any windfalls, before any additional contributions. But the number is not the interesting part. The interesting part is what changes when you start and why most people never start at all. Here is what $100 a month actually buys you. And it is not $637,000. It buys you a system, the habit of moving money before you spend it. The automation that runs whether you remember it or not. The monthly proof that you are someone who invests. This sounds soft. It is not. Research on financial behavior consistently shows that the single strongest predictor of long-term investment success is not return rate, not fund selection, not tax optimization. It is consistency. And consistency is a habit, not a number. The person who invests $100 a month without fail will, over time, almost always outperform the person who invests $500 a month inconsistently, because the inconsistent investor stops during market crashes, during bad months, during the years when it feels pointless. The $100 investor keeps going because the amount is small enough that stopping never feels justified. That is the first thing $100 a month changes. Not your balance. Your identity as an investor. Now let's run the actual numbers, because they are more dramatic than most people expect. Year 1, you invest $200. At 7% average return, you earn 84 total. 1,284 unimpressive. This is the year most people quit. Year 5, 7,160. Your annual return, $501, is roughly 5 months of contributions. The math is starting to help itself. Year 10, $17,409. Your annual return, $1,219, exceeds 12 months of contributions. Your portfolio is now generating more than a full year of deposits without any help from you. Year 20, $52,397. Annual return, $3,668. 3 times your annual contribution, generated automatically. Year 30, $121,997. Annual return, $8,540. More than 7 times your annual contribution. Every year, your $100 a month is accompanied by $712 a month from compound interest alone. Year 40, $262,481. Annual return, $18,374. You are contributing $1,200 per year. The portfolio is contributing $18,374 per year. You have become a minor participant in your own wealth, and if you started at 25 and held to 65, $637,000 from $100 a month, from $48,000 in total contributions over 40 years. The remaining $589,000 came from time and math. Subscribe, because the last section is the one that explains why most people never start. And it has nothing to do with the money. Not a financial advisor. Projections use 7% average annual return as an illustrative assumption. Actual returns vary. Please consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Now, let's continue. So why doesn't everyone invest $100 a month? 3 reasons, all of them psychological, none of them about the money. Reason 1, it feels too small to matter. The human brain is terrible at intuiting exponential growth. We understand addition, $100 plus $100 plus $100 equals $300. We do not viscerally understand compounding. $100 growing at 7% for 40 years produces $1,197 from that single deposit alone. The math is counterintuitive, which means the starting amount always feels inadequate. People wait until they can invest real money. Real money never comes, or comes too late. Reason 2. The first year is genuinely discouraging. Year 1 produces $80-$40 in returns on $1,200 invested. That is a 7% return on paper, and it feels like nothing. The gap between what the math promises over 40 years and what it delivers in year 1 is so large that many people conclude the math is wrong. It is not wrong. It is slow at the beginning and fast at the end, the exact opposite of how humans are wired to process progress. Reason 3. Stopping feels costless. Missing 1 month of a $100 investment costs you $1,497 at age 65, the compound value of that single $100 over 40 years. It does not feel that way. It feels like a $100 decision. The true cost of stopping is invisible in the moment and enormous in the aggregate. The fix is not motivation. It is automation. Set up an automatic transfer of $100 on the day after your paycheck deposits. Direct it to a Roth IRA or a taxable brokerage account at Fidelity, Schwab, or Vanguard. Buy a total market index fund. Set it and do not touch it. The decision to invest $100 a month should be made exactly once. Every subsequent month should happen without a decision at all, because every month you make the decision again, you create an opportunity to make a different one. Automate it. Then forget about it. Come back in 10 years and look at year 10 of the table. That number, $17,400, with $1,200 in annual returns from money you forgot you were investing, is when it starts to feel real. $100 a month is not a wealth-building strategy. It is a wealth-building foundation, the habit, the system, the proof of concept that scales when your income scales. The person who starts with $100 a month at 25 and increases contributions with every raise does not retire with $637,000. They retire with $1.2 million, $1.8 million more because the system was already running and the raises had somewhere to go. The person who waits until they can invest real money starts the system at 45, with 20 years instead of 40, and contributes more than twice as much to produce less than half the result. $100 a month is not too small to matter. It is the only amount that matters because it is the amount that starts the system. Everything else is just adding to something that is already running. Tell me in the comments, what stopped you from starting earlier, or what finally made you start? I read every single one. Subscribe. Next week, we are covering what $500 a month looks like over 25 years, year by year. After today's numbers, you already know the shape of the answer.